Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to another video on Filmtastic. Kids can cause severe mishaps around the house, whether it is the unexpected tantrums or unruly behavior. Kids are known to be absolute devils. Supernanny has broadcasted many of these cases over the years, but some of them are just way too shocking. It is no surprise that some kids on the show manage to surprise the audience in some very shocking ways. Here are the 6 kids on Supernanny that went full psycho. But before we begin, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. Alright, now let's begin. Number 6. King Tyler. Tyler is a simply any parent's nightmare. In one of the episodes of Supernanny, when a family of 6 appeared on the show, Jo herself was a bit sad at the poor mother's state. She has 4 children with an age difference of only a year, and as that creates a great havoc at her house. Her youngest son Tyler is mostly the cause of it. Her 6-year-old son not only curses his own mother at such a young age, but also hits her as well. Being only 6 years old, Tyler is certainly way ahead of his age. When his mother tries to punish him for his misbehavior by putting him on the naughty chair, Tyler screams around the house calling her disrespectful names. When Supernanny questioned her about how he learned that sort of language, she revealed that her husband used to call her all of that stuff. The reason for his behavior is truly heartbreaking, but the 6-year-old is surely one heck of a little maniac.
Sitting you on the naughty chair because you wouldn't share with Laurie. No, look at me please. And then you went...
Number 5. Jared and Justin. When Supernanny decided to visit an American family in order to deal with their children's tantrums, things cooled down pretty easily. But after Supernanny left the parents with instructions and advice, things kind of got out of control. While the family was out camping, their youngest son suddenly threw out a tantrum at his mother when she would not let him get another turn in golf. He immediately started screaming and hitting his mother, but fortunately, with Supernanny's advice, she took the situation well in her hands.
Well,
you will stay here for 3.5 minutes.
No!
Okay.
Number 4. Out of control. When Supernanny paid a visit to a family of 5, she herself was completely shocked. Not only were the kids totally out of control, but the parents were not really doing a good job at controlling them either, and Supernanny was seriously disappointed. The mothers explained that the kids would hit her on her pregnant belly and not listen to a word she would say to them. The most unbelievable moment was that when the kids found out about Supernanny's visit. All 3 of them sped right through the neighbor's backyard, and their parents literally had no control over them. When Supernanny found the 3 kids running around the huge backyard with no sign of a guardian, she started questioning the father's sense of credibility. Both the parents were seriously frustrated with the situation and had given up. Though Supernanny was seriously pissed at the fact that they would let their kids roam around alone in their neighbor's backyard.
And then the boys decided to jump the neighbor's fence, and she was left having to have...
Number 3. Extremely emotional teen. Things were working out fine until Supernanny decided to go for a bit of a vacation to camp for a day. Jo had noticed that the teenage daughter spent a valuable amount of time on her phone instead of being with her family. So she suggested that she does not use her phone for a day. But the girl immediately started crying after Jo left and started crying to go back home.
I want to go home. I don't want to stay.
we weren't ready for all this. Nobody was.
Number 2. Stuck with devils. In one of the episodes of Supernanny, Jo Frost decided to try out a new technique. The Supernanny decided to leave the children with a different nanny and give their parents on a break, while she observed how the kids will act. Much to her disappointment, the kids went absolutely crazy and made their nanny literally break down into tears in desperation. The kids were totally out of control, and the nanny was left to deal with it, but thankfully the parents came back and handled the situation as per Jo's instructions.
I was overwhelmed, and I didn't know how Doug and Brandy was going to react, and I didn't want them to be mad at me.
Number 1. Swearing children. Living with kids, parents barely have time for themselves. But for this couple that appeared on Supernanny, things are way worse. These parents have the unfortunate fate of having kids that swear completely out of care. and for that reason they refused to invite any friends or guests over. When Joe decided to invite a couple with kids to see how the kids would react, the kids started screaming and swearing excessively in front of the guest, leaving the parents completely embarrassed. The couple had to leave eventually as the situation got much worse. The parents were totally embarrassed in front of their guests. It is almost impossible to control kids that throw tantrums, and controlling kids like these is no job for an ordinary nanny, but for Joe Frost, who's certainly an expert at controlling out-of-control kids like these.
The dirty word.
Well, this brings us to the end of our video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't liked the video yet, so it's never too late. Give it a thumbs up, people. We will see you soon in another video. Until then, take care and goodbye.